Hey, greetings, everyone. Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, Senior Fellow at the Media Research Center. I want to talk to you today about what the real virus is in the United States of America. I know that everyone's saying we're fighting against this COVID-19, the coronavirus, but think about it. We can do what is necessary with this virus. We know that we can protect our most vulnerable. We know that it is really not that hard to do what needs to be done to ensure that we can get back this economy. But what is the real virus that we're facing in the United States of America today? It's not COVID-19. It's tyranny. Just think about last week. The end of last week, the governor of Oregon, Kate Brown, decided that she was going to extend this illegal martial law, this house arrest of the citizens of Oregon all the way out to July the 6th. Yeah, 2 days after the 4th of July. Or we see these incredible draconian measures. Think about what Governor Whitmer has done up in Michigan. Think about the fact that Governor Phil Murphy over in New Jersey said that, that whole thing about the Bill of Rights, I didn't take that into consideration when I made these edicts, these decrees. As a matter of fact, that whole Bill of Rights thing is kind of above my pay grade.
That's above my pay grade, Tucker. So I wasn't thinking of the Bill of Rights when we did this.
And then we know that Gavin Newsom, already the uber progressive socialist state that you have in California, came out last week and said, we're going to continue on. We're going to shut down all the beaches. How interesting that we now even see protests occurring out in California.
At the state capitol on Friday, dozens of protesters were arrested after hundreds gathered, many without face masks or social distancing, to demand the governor end stay-at-home order.
And even here in my home state of Texas, we see, Governor Abbott has said that we're 25% open. That's nothing to cheer about. Imagine this. If you were going in and had an operation to be done, but the people said that they could put back anything that they had done. If someone were to take both of your hands and both of your feet, but then replace one of your feet, you're still 75% without two hands and a foot. So 25% open really means that you are still 75% incapacitated. So why do we see this whole aspect of tyranny rearing its ugly head in the United States of America? First and foremost, we need these elected officials to understand that they do not have the enumerated power in the United States of America to decide who or what is essential. And we do have these constitutional rights, the right to petition our government for redress of grievances, which is exactly what people are doing, going out and protesting and having these open up our state movements. But why is it that we have certain social media outlets that are saying that if you talk about not abiding by these very questionable edicts and mandates, then we're going to censor you? We also have freedom of speech and freedom of expression. In the United States of America, on Easter Sunday, we had churches locked shut. See, I will not call this a lockdown anymore. This is a house arrest. And look at some of the things that American citizens are having to endure. Fines for not wearing masks, fines and threats. Look at the most recent threat from the Chicago mayor, Ms. Lightfoot.
And this is how it's going to be. We will shut you down. We will cite you. And if we need to, we will arrest you and we will take you to jail. Period. There should be nothing unambiguous about that.
Oh, that's right. As Rahm Emanuel said,
you never want a serious crisis to go to waste.
So now you're starting to see what tyranny looks like. But now we have over 30 million Americans who are unemployed. Here in the state of Texas, 2 million Texans unemployed. Over $2 billion has already been spent with unemployment claims. And no, we cannot continue to believe that the federal government can print enough money or manipulate interest rates well enough that we can just keep sending checks to the American people, whom elected officials have put out of work because they made the insidious decision to say that they were not essential. Wonder what would happen if someone were to ask the American people if elected officials and politicians were essential. Because I really do find it odd that in this entire episode, the people that are making the decisions about who can work and cannot work and what is essential and non-essential as far as a job, they haven't lost a paycheck. They haven't seen their jobs be taken away. And I don't believe that any person, elected official, should be thinking themselves Lord over us to incrementally restore back to the American people that which was not of politicians to take away. You know, in the Declaration of Independence, it talks about our inalienable rights. They're endowed to us by our Creator God, the Creator God of the Judeo-Christian faith heritage, not by man. And those rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The pursuit of happiness for so many Americans has been taken away from them by the virus of tyranny. But the good thing, America, is that we've been there before. And 245 years ago, our founding fathers found the cure for tyranny. It was called liberty. And perhaps it is time for us to have an inoculation of the vaccine of liberty in order to defeat the virus of tyranny.